Because life is not so simple and black and white. My mother beat the shit out of me. She loved me. She was freaked out I was gonna leave. I was her source of everything. I blame her for all the beauty in my life. I blame her that I have the woman I have in my life because I cherish my wife, because I know what the opposite is. I blame her for the capacity to feel and care. I blame her for my insatiable hunger to end suffering for any human I can. Because I suffered a ton. Get emotionally fit by learning to trade what upsets you, which is your expectations that aren't being met. Trade your expectations for appreciation for what you do have. Your whole life changes in a moment. Because our expectations make us pissed off or frustrated or worried or sad. And we all have them, and I have them too. But when they come up, I just remind myself, look, this is just my mind. I'm more than this mind. I got a heart and soul. What can I appreciate? How can I use this challenge to go to a deeper level? And that's the only way we get free. The only way to have a great life is decide I'm going to find beauty in anything that happens in my life. I'm sure if you look back on your life, most of us have had experiences where, something horrible happens, something you never want to go through again in your lifetime. But at the same time, you know that 5-10 years later, you look back and go, I would never want to go through it. I would never want anybody I care about to go through that. But I'm glad I did, because it made me so strong to deal with that.
When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
What makes us suffer is our thoughts, right? We're the only creatures on earth that can have thoughts and then make ourselves feel like shit, or have thoughts and make ourselves feel good. And most people don't master their minds. And so their minds go crazy, and we believe our thoughts. We believe that if this doesn't happen, our lives are going to be so stressed or over. And most of it is just bullshit. The mind is looking for what's wrong. Your heart can change all that. If you decide today, this is all I got across in this piece, and I actually reached you, is for you to decide that I'm 100% responsible for the experience of my life. And that anything can happen. I am bigger than the moment. I am more than anything can happen to me. And I can find a way to find something beautiful, something helpful, something, enjoyable.
Change your thoughts, and you change your world. Change your expectations, and you change around what you begin to manifest and see showing up in your life.
I'm not asking you to stop blaming. I'm saying blame elegantly, blame intelligently, blame effectively. Blame at the level of your soul, not the level of your head.
No more blame. I'm just not going to assign responsibility to other people for where I am, because now I have an opportunity to get rid of it. If I think someone else caused it, then I've got to wait for somebody else to change in order for me to get rid of it, and you might wait forever for that. But if I take responsibility for it, I can do something.
Let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, you're in a relationship with somebody. And let's say the two of you truly love each other. I mean, adore each other. And you're both in these peak high energy states, and you love each other. How will that relationship go? It's going to be a great relationship. It's not going to be poor. It's not going to be weak. Two people in great states around each other, loving each other. Extraordinary, magnificent. What if you have the same two people and you let the energy drop down to, pretty good, okay, good. Not outstanding, amazing, magnificent, but good. These two people love each other just as much. Is it going to be the same quality of relationship? Yes or no? Yes or no? No way. No way, you know it, even though they love each other, because your state affects it all. Now, what if instead of in a peak state or even an okay state, and it has nothing to do with each other, both people get in a really low state. They're stressed out, they're exhausted, they've been locked up forever, the kids are home, everybody's fighting for bandwidth, trying to get things done. It's like I can't even go outside, and all this is going on, and they still love each other, but their energy, they allow it to get way down here low. Is it going to be the same relationship, yes or no? You know it's not going to. Now people are going to say and do things they don't even mean, but their partner may not forget it, and it hurts. Now we got problems. The only other position is one's high energy, one's low energy. That's another danger zone. Because this person's want to stay good. Well, why aren't you feeling good? And they might even get in a fight over this. So your energy's got to be measured. So shake your body out just for a second. And if you would, tell me on a scale from 0 to 10, where's your energy before we started here today? Before we started, 0 to 10, before moving, everything else, where was it? Would you just put it in the chat for me real quick. Okay, 5, 7, 7, a 9, a 7, 8, a 5, a 5, a 2, a 2, a 3, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 6, a 7, a 9. Okay, if I look at this, it looks like the common number, the mean number's in the 5, 6 range. So I have a question for you. Would you ever want to date a 5? Are you going to want to do business with a person of a 5 of energy? Is a person of 5 energy going to break through and build their business, find the way to be financially free, have this incredible relationship? Hell no. So your energy affects everything. How many buy that? You don't have to, but if you do, raise your hand. If you believe energy is one of the most important things to success, say I. So what's the problem? The problem is energy is a habit. Science now shows about 48% of what we do every day is habitual. Meaning, we say some of the same things, we think some of the same thoughts, we have some of the same emotions, even if the environment changed. We have this emotional home, this habitual home we get back to. You know what's interesting? You can become awake and you can change where you live emotionally. You can shift it all, but you will not do it without energy. So, if we agree energy is one of the most important elements to success in life, then question is this: where are you versus where do you need to be? And secondly, where does energy come from? Let's say if this morning, I wake up sometimes, one of the dumbest questions I've been asked in the media my entire career is, I know when they're going to say it, they get this look on their face and they say things like, you seem so energized, your energy's really strong, but don't you have bad days? Don't you have days when you wake up in the morning and you're exhausted and you're just like, you don't feel like doing anything, and you're watching TV and eating Cheetos and watching porn? And I said, well, I do some of those things. But it's so silly. Of course I've had bad times, but I really don't have bad days anymore. It's not because I'm superhuman. It's like a trainer. Like if you train your muscle, you're going to have a strong bicep, right? And I've trained myself emotionally to be emotionally fit. So it doesn't mean I'm perfect or I'm feeling bad feelings. During COVID, I felt all those feelings, but I didn't stay there because I trained myself and I keep training myself. And I measure where am I 0 to 10. And if I'm at a 7, I couldn't come out here and serve you to 7. I wouldn't be Tony Robbins. I wouldn't be able to serve people. Now I can go to 20 on a 0 to 10 scale and then drop down to 8, 9, 10, feel comfortable, but I'm showing you the tip of the iceberg. When I need it, all that energy's there. How many follow what I'm talking about? Get a sense of what I mean by this. Say I.
A lot of you will block your own success because you're fearful of what's going to happen, because the comfort zone is here. Make a great living. My bills are paid. Everything is great. Oh, I'm scared to change. So you block your own growth. So you have to now say to yourself, hey, once you get the tools, once you've done your homework, then you can start making a move to say, okay, hey, I can be a businesswoman, a businessman, and start my own thing. But you got to believe in yourself first.
You have to actually show up every day and inch yourself forward toward these dreams. And not only show up every day and once in a while inch yourself, I mean every day you have to actually take an action that moves you forward. Not just research, not just thinking. Look, the power of intention is great, but without any initiative, it's dead, right? A dream is great, but without any movement, it's dead. You have to be moving towards every day.
You want to be totally focused. You can't take your eye off the ball.
You cannot lose by taking action. You can only lose by not taking action. And if you delay taking action repeatedly over and over again, you develop the habit of never taking action. You get to develop the habit of procrastinating and holding back and so on.
Take action. So many people talk about doing something or say, what if? They don't actually get up and do it. Taking action is really, really important.
My advice is just to focus on each day. And you have a plan in place of how you want to improve and how you want to get better. And you stick to that plan and trust the fact that, every day that you stick to the plan will get you to your end result.
When you fall down, don't stay down, get back up again. When the accuser whispers, look at you, you blew it again, you'll never get it right. Just answer back, yes, I know I'm not perfect, but I am forgiven. I may not be where I should be, but I'm making progress. I'm moving forward, I'm not where I used to be. Don't let guilt poison your future. Empty it out.
All you have to do is think, believe in your heart, and you'll achieve. It's not true. There's a lot of people who think wonderful, great thoughts. They believe that I deserve this and I can have this. But they don't do one thing, and this is what causes their problem. They don't take consistent action every day. Most people aren't willing to commit to switching from what's comfortable to what's not long enough for the new to be comfortable.
Failure is not an option. When you go into it, I want you to go into everything you do, listen to me, as if failure is not an option.
Or you can actually ask yourself, how can I use this time in darkness, which will not last, because you know this, dark times never last. The real question is, how can I leverage the pain? How can I leverage the darkness? How can I leverage the heartbreak so it grows in me? So it makes me stronger. So it makes me wiser. So it allows me to tap into the greatest of virtues of humanity.
Pain is always there because life is freaking pain, okay? But suffering is a choice.
And if you've got in your mind that you think that people don't understand, that's okay. They don't. But you do. Just start doing it. Take that first step and make it happen. Get after it. Get after it here and